Now, Balal Public Library in Soma, Lower River region, with support from the American Embassy, the Gambia Cybersecurity Alliance and Give One Project organized a day-long regional conference on combating hate speech ahead of the presidential election. The forum held on a theme mobilizing citizens' action against hate speech targeted political parties, youth, women and religious leaders. Alajimbai brings us up to date.
The regional convergence, supported by the U.S. Embassy in Banjul, was meant to mobilize regional voices to combat hate speech ahead of the December presidential elections and the entire electoral cycle. The conference, according to the coordinator of Balal Public Library, Al-Hassan Ba, is aimed at combating hate speech and strengthening democracy and good governance.
We are on a political cycle. We know the political process. We are going to the presidential elections, we are going to the parliamentary elections and even the ward elections. So we feel that in our region, we also need to do something to be able to bring people together, especially political parties and religious leaders, to send a message to people on the dangers of hate speech. Because we know politicians sometimes, they can use all means to win votes. That is why we said we wanted to do the training where we feel like it's better we have a dialogue, because if we have a dialogue, here people will be able to understand what exactly the dangers involved in promoting hate speech.
Aliu Sow of Give One Project, an organization that advocates for internet freedom, advised participants to discourage hate speech, saying it affects peace and national development.
Politicians would use whatever means they have to get votes. Sometimes they wouldn't know the consequences. Some of the things that they say, the people following them misconstrue some of these ideas. Sometimes some of them are deliberate. They talk into their base. They know how to ignite their base, that this is what they want. They involve them in some of these things. And at the end of the day, it is the citizenry that suffers most of these problems. Because at the end of the day, these politicians, elections will come and go, but we are the people that live together in our various neighborhoods. So if we are not living in peace, how do we develop our communities?
Amadou Ba of the Gambia Cybersecurity Alliance called on people to positively use the internet for improved livelihoods rather than causing harm and instability.
So I believe it's very, very important for us to have a conversation around this topic, for us to have frank discussion around this topic. At the end of the day, we will all understand the internet, it's a tool that we can use to make money. Instead of using it as a tool to spread fear, or using it as a tool to spread fake news, or using it as a tool to deform the character of someone.
The president of the Gambia Press Union, Mohamed M.S. Ba, acknowledged the massive improvement in media freedom in the country and stressed the need to prevent hate speech through the media. Police prosecutor Idrissa Drame discussed the legal implications of hate speech and cybercrimes and advised people to desist from the practices. Different political party representatives also advised their supporters to be always law-abiding and use peaceful means to campaign for votes. Religious leaders also discussed the religious implications of hate speech and called for peaceful coexistence throughout the electoral cycle and beyond. Alajimbai, GRTS News.